What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today I am going to be talking to you guys about something that I don't normally touch on. I don't normally talk about vehicle reveals or new vehicles that have come out in the sort of real-life car world. I normally talk about, like, the video game car world. But something has been circulating around recently as the past few days that I really felt the need to talk about it, because I have been in and out of the truck community, you know, over the years, and I think, you know, you see a lot of different trucks come through as mods in spin tires and stuff like that, and like when you have friends that have trucks, and like when you own your own truck, this, that, and the other thing, you basically kind of get accustomed to the truck community. And there's one thing that the truck community can agree on right now, unlike usually. Usually, the truck community, all it wants to do is argue with itself. And you've got people over here arguing with people over here, and, like, then you got the other guy that's, like, over here somewhere. So, regardless, I want to talk about the 2020 Chevrolet Silverado. It's hideous. It is absolutely disgusting. Is absolutely disgusting, absolutely hideous, and you have to wonder that with the monstrosity that was the recent redesign of the Camaro, and then now the redesign of the 2020 Silverado, you've got to wonder what is going on with the design department at General Motors. Like, you absolutely just have to. It's so hideously, it just doesn't work. The design just doesn't look right. The lines don't flow right along the side of the truck. But the thing is, you look at it and you think to yourself, a committee of people approved this. A committee of people approved it in the early design stages, the later design stages, the stage where it actually goes to production. Like, people approved this, you know, in like a meeting room, and it was one of those things where it's like, how? How did something like that, how did nobody look at that and go, you know, that's not very pretty, and it's a truck. It doesn't have to be pretty. That's the other thing. It's a truck, so it doesn't have to be pretty. And moreover, you almost want it to be not pretty, but also you want it to look tough. You want it to look intimidating. You want it to look like all of those things that I think personally that the Dodge and, you know, the Ram trucks do really well. I think the Fords do a really good job of it as well. Not speaking about Dodge and Ford mechanicals. I mean, we can have a discussion about that goes on for 3.5 years. But the main thing that I'm talking about here is just styling, right? Just styling. Now, the new 2020 Silverado, I mean, with the Duramax, it's going to have like 910 foot-pounds of torque, but it's also 910 foot-pounds of not good-looking. So, I mean, even if, like, I'm sure maybe the interior looks great and the powertrain's great and all these great things, but that's a vehicle that you're going to want to live with for a long time. And I'm sorry, but if you walk out to it in the morning and you look at your truck and your reaction is, ugh, then it's not going to be a truck that you'll want to have around. And, like, I'm not saying that looks are important, like, above all else for a truck, because they're not. I mean, a truck is about functionality. A truck is about its reliability, its toughness, its, you know, its powertrain, its towing capacity. It's basically how much it can actually haul. The functional points of a truck are what really matter, but I think at the end of the day, the looks of this thing are really going to hold it back from becoming what Chevy may have hoped it could have been. And I think that, you know, I'm sure they're trying to create some sort of new design language here, but it's not working, and most of the people that see it don't like it or don't want it. And I think that, you know, you've got the people out there that, yes, they're saying, you know, oh, it actually looks pretty good, or I like it, it looks pretty good, oh, yeah, I like it too. But at the end of the day, most of the people out there, you know, that you see all over, like, you know, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, they all say either A, they don't like the way it looks, or B, that it looks kind of like a weird spin-off of the new Fords. And while I don't agree that it looks like a spin-off of the new Fords, I actually think it doesn't look anything like the new Fords. The new Fords look good. The new Fords look pretty good. Oh my God! Every time I think about that front end, it's just not right. It's proportionately, it's not right. And you know, the Chevys have always had this idea of, in the front grille especially, with like the main focus of the front grille is like right across the middle. You know what I mean? It's like it goes right across the middle of that front grille, and this just offsets that in a very, very weird way. And by the way, the memes are amazing. The memes are absolutely incredible. I've already highlighted some of them on my Instagram, and I made a couple of my own because they're just like, how can you not make a meme out of that truck? You have to make a meme out of that truck. There's no way you can't make a meme out of that truck because it's just so comical because it's so ugly. And I think that's... And normally, I don't call vehicles ugly. And normally, like, I'm a very... when it comes to, like, vehicle design, I'm very accepting of, like, you know, new design choices, new ideas. Like, when everybody thought that that Lexus's, whole, like, Predator front end was, like, a bad thing, or, like, it was ugly, or it was weird, I was kind of the opposite of that. I thought it was cool. I liked it. I liked how aggressive and, you know, and angular it was, and, like, you know, it was very sharp and aggressive, and I thought it was a really good move for Lexus, and I thought that it was a great-looking front end. But this new Chevy design, I just can't get behind it. I can't get behind it at all, especially from the standpoint of somebody that likes trucks. Even though I am a sports car person at heart, you know, both of my vehicles are sports cars. This is coming from somebody that's owned a truck previously and has grown up around trucks and has a liking for trucks and has a liking for, you know, stuff like that. And I can't get with this new design idea, man. I can't get with this new design idea. And even though I still prefer Dodge in terms of trucks over, like, Chevy and Ford, I still think, and I know that there's that's going to erupt the comments, like, just on its own. But, because I'm sure, you know, Ford makes great trucks. That's, like, the new Power Strokes are really good. The 7.3 Power Strokes are really good. Hell, a 6.0, if you bulletproof it, can be wicked fast. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with stuff like that. You know, the Duramaxes can be great trucks, too. But that's coming from somebody that, you know, even though I like Dodge, I like Chevy, I like Ford, I just can't get behind that new design from Chevy. It just does not sit. Not only does it not sit well with me, but it's like they took everything that looked good about the Silverado in general and just got rid of it. They just took it all and, like, threw it over there somewhere. And I don't understand why you would do that. I don't understand why you would take a design that's been so good for so long and just get rid of it. You know what I mean? And just, like, throw it out. I do think that, you know, there's going to be some debate as to whether the early 2000s trucks looked good. And to be honest, like, I would rather not see that design language come back, personally. Like, the late 90s, early 2000s design, I would rather not see that design come back because I wasn't a big fan of it. I loved the 05-06 design. I think that design was one of the best ones they've ever had. And then kind of like, you know, the 14-15 design I think looked really good too. But I'm sorry, dude. This new design, I don't like it. I just don't like it. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this new design language, like, for the Chevy trucks. I mean, I think it's going to look really weird. I mean, we still have to wait for the GMC Sierra to see what the GMC Sierra looks like, because as of right now, at least I've only seen the Chevy Silverado, so I want to see what the GMC Sierra looks like. I can't imagine that it would be all that different. I can't imagine it would be all that different, but at the same time, who knows? They might do something to make it look nicer, but to be fair, it's probably already done, and they just haven't showed it to us yet, or shown it to us yet. So we'll have to wait until we see that. But this truck, everything from, like, the top trim to, like, the entry-level version, none of them look good, and that's not a good thing. It's really not a good thing, especially from from the perspective of, again, somebody that likes trucks. And I think that there's a lot of people out there in the Chevy community that, and you see this, people in the Chevy community that like, you know, that like the Chevy trucks and like, you know, what Chevy's about and all this kind of stuff, are making memes about this new truck and how much they don't like it. So I think that should say something right there about how many people, even people in the Chevy camp, are not impressed by this truck and are not on board with this truck at all. And I have to say, if you're one of those people, I'm pretty sure I'm with you. I'm genuinely pretty sure that I'm with you in terms of, like, not really being on board with this truck. With that being said, if somebody wants to make this truck for Spin Tires Mud Runner, I will gladly drive it into the mud and then maybe drive it into a tree. Not going to be that harsh to it. But, I mean, hell, if somebody wants to make one of the meme versions of the truck, that would be even better. That would be even crazier. That would be perfect. I mean, if somebody wanted to make one of the meme versions, that would be just, like, over the top. That would be so awesome. And I love how over the top some of these, like, some of the meme trucks are. They're just so, they're so weird and out there, and they don't make any sense, but... like, they don't make any sense in the best way possible. But without any further ado, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it was a little bit different. Normally, I don't talk about, like, I don't give my opinion on, you know, real-life vehicles, but that's just my personal opinion. That's my personal, like, opinions and reaction to this new 2020 Silverado. And like I said, I normally don't make these types of videos, but I felt so strongly about that truck that I felt like I had to make a video on it. But let me know, again, your opinions in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to y'all later.